Hey everybody, it's BlueToad, and welcome back to Celeste. Once again, back in Farewell again, the last chapter, to get a hidden collectible known to the fans as the Moonberry, a special strawberry to add to our collection. There are 202 strawberries in the game, 175 normal ones, the Moonberry, and 26 golden strawberries. Although not required, not even necessary, I really want to get the Moonberry. So that's what I'm here for now. To do that though, we have to go from the last room of Farewell, get all the way through, and then go back through after turning off the electricity. I don't remember much of this level, coming back to it since it's been a long time. But being back here with the music brings back a lot of memories. A lot of difficult times. But like this took so long that I ran out of things to think about while doing it. A lot of practice as well. Just so many, there's so many attempts that I cut out of this. But we're going for it. And it takes a lot of time because we have to, every time we mess up on something new, we have to go back through everything we've been through already and continue to not make making mistakes there. I still think it's not that bad of a last room as long as we do it correctly, which takes just practice basically. But yeah, it's just a lot of relearning it that I have to get through. Also, I do like this extra tech that it gives you for taking a bit of time struggling. Just telling you to keep going. It's good advice. Just a few more tries, we can do this. A lot of times where I'm just like trying to do something just right, and it's like, it's just so specific. It's not that hard, it's just like very precise. Of course I fumbled it immediately after getting to the new spot. I'm very good at doing that, as you'll see. Get back here again, not too long later at least. Just need to not make the same mistake. I say it too early. Another 7 minutes. Like, once we make it through once at least, we'll be able to pretty much do it pretty consistently. Which we're gonna need to, because there's a lot more that we need to do after reaching the end. Also, I missed the spring. Because we need to make it to the end, and then we need to go back on the path to try and find the secret exit. And we need to not die while doing that. There is another checkpoint along the way, but that's after getting a fair bit higher, so... Okay, we made it past that. Now we can start going up and around. It's like halfway through the room, which is pretty good. Still a lot more attempts to get through though. Gotta learn to be patient and also just make the most of every attempt. Don't want to waste progress that we've made. Just gotta be very careful. I do go a lot faster on some of the attempts because I just got used to it. It's a little bit reckless. But sometimes it's a little bit better to just go by fast than to, like, slowly fumble our way through. Just have to be patient and precise. Also, I did, like, have a few moments where I could, like skip a few things, but we definitely need the jellyfish to make it through. Especially for other reasons, once we're later into this. Just gotta be very careful, but also fast. Even the, like, B-sides are difficult, like, just, like, reflecting upon. Because I don't remember most of this game, apparently. But going back through it, some of it again, brings back a lot of memories of struggles. This room took a lot of willpower. And this wasn't even the room for the moonberry. Can't believe that hit. That's fine. This section here is not too bad, at least. Just need to be careful and not fumble it up, like I'm about to on this rock. Dropped too early because I thought it was going to drop. 5 minutes later, though, we're getting good at this now. Somewhat. Hit the switch. Like, this bit is fairly consistent, for me at least. And that was like without any practice on this section. See a lot of platforms in electricity for us to get. Make our way across here to the final stretch with all the jellyfish. See if we can make it. Nope. Gonna have to try again. 23 minutes later. Let's see if we can make it. All this time practicing really makes a difference. Just have to relearn the entire room again, which I fear is going to happen every time I play Celeste from now on, probably. Just a whole lot of practice. Especially with my bad memory. Nope, didn't make it. Okay. Here we go. Putting it all together. Each small step that we had to learn. That's what Celeste is all about. Each step of the mountain. Bounce of the spring just like slightly off screen, that's impressive. Obviously I got used to that, just working out for me. It is also very nice just seeing this whole room done in one go. After all the practice. All the stuff that I had to cut out. Just gotta make the most of every attempt. I'm definitely gonna repeat myself a bit, but it's fine. Have to emphasize the point somehow. Very nice. Going a little bit quick up this way. Gotta be very quick and careful. Okay. Let's go for a drop. See if we can hit the switch. Which of course we do, because this is the run. It's weird how fast it feels when you're playing, but how much it slows down when you're watching it back. I think the more you play though, the more it slows down as well in your mind. The more relaxed you are with doing each jump. Final stretch. Chain together. Jellyfish to the final spring. And there we go, we've made it to the electrical box. After 1 hour and 12 minutes. Now we just need to turn it off by hitting it twice, dashing it twice. And make our way back over to the left. To the platforms in the electricity. Just gonna need a moment to think about how we're gonna do that. Because we really don't want to waste this now, because we have to do that all again. Let's go for it. Gives us back a dash, luckily. Probably because we're on top of it. Not entirely sure. Make over to the spring. We can use the spring to kind of triangle jump away up. But then from here, like, it's hard to tell what to do. But there is a crystal, like, just off the left side of the screen, and another platform over there that we can use. But, like, it's hard to tell that right away. So, I definitely didn't, like, fumble it up completely. But it's a good opportunity to use the binoculars here to actually see what we need to look at. See the end there. The platforms there we need. Like, I didn't really know exactly. I had a rough idea of what to do once I reached the end, but I didn't exactly know the specific way to go from the end. But there's this bit right there, which has the crystal next to it that we need to get to. So we want to get to that platform, like, in the middle of the bar that takes away our jellyfish. Not too long later, let's turn off the power and try this again. Because we can really use that crystal to get up all the way to the next platform. Just need to be very careful. Especially because we can't see the platform off screen, but we should be able to use our dash to get the crystal there, and then use the crystal to get up higher. Fortunately, a bit of my recording had a bit of trouble, but it's fine. Huh, careful. We need to do a wave dash across here, which I'm lucky I remember how to do, but I think it's just muscle memory at this point. After doing farewell, we need to do a dash wall jump as well. More muscle memory, I'm sure. Because I don't know how else I'd be able to do it this well. Oh, fumbled, it's fine. We might be able to make our way back up if we just dash up from here. Just have to do it just right. Some of the platforms tend to, like, float up and down depending on how long you're standing on them. So it's good to kind of, like, jump to get them up a little bit higher, but not that one there because it's a block that fell down. Let's try wave dashing again. Not quite, but we're fine as long as we don't lose everything. Just gonna make our way up. Then, let's see if we can make the wave dash this time. There we go. And just make our way up some more. It'd be a real shame to die about now, because we have to do the whole thing again. There is a checkpoint later on in this room that we'll get to. But we need to make it past a few more things first. Need to make our way up somehow. Try and go on the other side of it, if we can. Just try and get it right. Or not. Still not quite sure where to go. There is a platform up there though, which is what we need to aim for. Can't make that jump on our own, we need to use the fish. This is a very cool way to hide a secret in a room. Nope, didn't make it. Please land on something. Please, please, please. We fell so far down. We might be able to still climb our way back up though, which is good. That block's falling. That's not good. We might be able to wave dash to somewhere. Not quite, but maybe... Fish, save me? Nope, have to go through it again. Again, not too much time taken to get back through that room again. I'm getting good at it at this point. Make our way across with a wave dash, very nice. Start making our way up again. It just takes practice. For some reason, like, I kept forgetting about this part after doing it. Because it is a lot to still do. I just, like, it's not the most memorable part of the challenge. It was still, like, it still took me a while to get through this section. It's probably the shortest section that I had to get through, but it still took a while. All things considered. It's just, like, not that big compared to all the hours I spent in the first bit getting to the power box and the room that is yet to come, so... See if we can get this just right. We might be able to wave dash to get some extra distance, or not. Didn't need it. Cool. Let's just keep ascending. There's that block there. So that's the end of the electric section with the the fish, pufferfish. And here's the jellyfish we threw earlier, so now we can actually use that. It's actually all connected, which is cool. I'm pretty sure it's intended for you to use it here. Just for a bit anyway. But anyway, let's make it over to this platform over here, which is a checkpoint. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. We also don't need the jellyfish, but I didn't realize that immediately, so I'm gonna fumble for a bit. Trying to use it. But we really don't need it, so... Now that we've done everything else, we just need to ascend. Which is gonna take me a fair bit of practice to get through still. Although most of that's gonna get cut, so that's all good. I did manage to get pretty high with the jellyfish though. But like at some point you realize you can't do it with the jellyfish. So we're just gonna have to toss it and move on. Because we need to dash wall jump up a whole bunch. And do some more wave dashes even further up. Just toss that. Toss it. Toss it. There we go. Good jump. Got that double crystal there. Which if we need... I'm probably going to try and time this right to get the crystal again. Or not. That was actually a lot better than every other attempt I did after that, probably. Just really need to get that height with the dashes in order to make it to the other platform. We also need to make it across to the left at the same time as going up, which is quite tricky. I'm really struggling at this now. Almost. Like, I want to use both dashes to get into the double dash crystal, so I can double dash out again after that. Just like that, very nice. Now we need to go to the right and not fall down. I've fell so much, it's fine. But we need to use the crystal to then wall jump dash, I believe, or maybe just dash twice over to the other platform. It's all like practice. All trial and error to figure out what works and what doesn't. Make this jump. Maybe. Not quite. Just getting a root back into the rhythm. Really can't go diagonally as much either. Really have to go like straight up and then diagonal dash outside of that. Oh, capture's struggling. Didn't miss anything though. I'm pretty sure everything that was necessary was recorded properly, so... Come on. Gotta get the timing right. Really struggling with the timing. I think we could also just like get the crystal and do the jump properly with just like one dash into it. We just need to also get the platform that we're standing on to also work with us. Also, we're falling again. It's a good thing we got that checkpoint though, because we really don't have to worry about dying on the spikes. Which is good. We don't have to do the whole of the last room again. Come on. Just made it, okay. See if we can make it. Got the wave dash. Now we can just double dash up to the next section, which has a lot of spikes. And this is also the final part of this room. Just have to do a lot of wall jumps. And not run out of stamina. Oh, that's fine. This is a checkpoint though, so we're good. Another 2 minutes. Just gonna dash across there to make our way up to the crystals. There's the end up there, we just need to make it to that platform. And then we should be good. But we're just gonna need our dashes for this. If you hang off of the left side of that other platform there, you can actually get the crystal without using a dash for it. Or dropping into it, so... After 8 minutes, let's do it. Make it all the way. You can see a little bit of practice makes a lot of difference. A little bit of practice, he says. It feels like a lot more practice when you're doing it. Still fumbling it though, so... But I think I'm going to be continuing to fumble it for the rest of my life. Until I have everything I want in the game. Eventually. Nice dashes. See if we can do this wave dash. Or not. Doing it bold. Can just stand on hold the edge of that platform to make that work, which is good. Good play. Smarter, not harder. Also, I'm pretty sure once we grab the crystal, it should reset our grip, which is good as well. So we can take our time a little bit, getting back to this side, and we made it. And now we make it to this room, which we can go up to the left here, which allows us to go back down again. But there's no way into that room up there. The only thing we can do is reset. It's the only option that we have up to at this point because we're stuck in a loop now. We have to force death on ourselves and retry. And that's the solution to that room. And now for the Moonberry room, which is quite long. It took 1 hour and 40 minutes to get to this point alone from the last checkpoint of Farewell. And as you can see, it's quite long, and doesn't also show all the way up with the binoculars. The last bit's not too bad, but just like practicing this, the rest of this room is really what counts, so... Got a lot of ice walls that we need to wall jump off of, using the jellyfish all the way up. Using the springs and the walls, just gain little bits of distance. Avoiding the spikes by not going too hard, too fast, just taking shortcuts. Platforms that are going to break underneath us. Having to get through that bit there, which takes a bit. And then this bit, which is just crystals and jellyfish. And then we have the air part going up. It's not too bad though, so it should be good. But like, I'm struggling already with this room. I think this room is what took the longest out of all of it. Not including all like the previous attempts at Farewell. In the last room, I guess. Having to relearn that was something, I guess. Yeah, it added a lot of time, so... It's probably good to get this the first time through, but also... I'd probably recommend just doing it casually first, and then going back for Moonberry if you really want it. Which I really wanted it. I really did not understand this section at all. We actually want to throw the jellyfish at the frozen walls, pretty much. And then dash up to pick it up again. Also, the floor, like the death floor, rises with us, with the camera, to reset us faster, so we can't, like, drop too far. So we're gonna be forced into a few deaths here, but that's fine. It's just making it faster for us to, like, practice. So let's get going. Just gotta... I'm not even doing it yet. I can't remember where I cut any of this, so... It's gonna be very satisfying to see not this, though, once we actually get further into this. Making a little bit of difference, but not that much further. Still think I have to, like, throw it at something else. And then wall jump off the ice walls. You really don't need to wall jump off the ice walls. Me. And I got it stuck. This room took a lot out of me. Like, I really ran out of things to think about trying to get through this room. I didn't do this whole thing in one attempt because I'll be a little bit crazy. I did take breaks to make sure I was actually able to get through this. But it was still a lot mentally. Finally throwing the jellyfish at the walls. Making a lot more distance by doing that. And we need to throw it at the springs as well at the right time to pick them up. Also, gotta be careful of those spikes there if you're going too strong off of the springs. I also tried to take a shortcut here a lot by going straight through the spikes. You really want to just go along the ice walls. It's a lot more reliable and better off in the long term. But you can make that shortcut. It's just really not recommended. Well, I'll jump off that because that just works. And this bit took me a long time to figure out, so it's going to take a lot of cutting out to get to actually figuring it out. And I got here a lot, I just didn't know what to do. Because we have to make our way around somehow. But also get our jellyfish onto the spring so we can continue with the double dash crystal. We can do that though, to get onto the other side. And we just need to get the jellyfish on the spring and hold onto the wall there. Until a good time to line up our jump with the jellyfish and get the crystal along the way. But like, it took so much time to practice this bit. Almost. We're very close there, we just needed to do the dash correctly and time it right. 1 minute later. Let's see if we can get this. There we go. Wall jump off that, which we can do kind of triangle jump off that, and get to this section here. And of course I fumbled it immediately, because of course I did. That's what I do. This is the bit where I'm telling myself, don't mess this up now that you've got to this point. Make the most of this opportunity. And then I go for it, of course. And that just goes all out the window. Right into the spike. But we're getting pretty good at the rest of this now, with a lot more practice. Learning to make the most of each run. Not taking shortcuts, just like being more reliable with our route. And I still fumble it up at that point, of course. It's really tricky to like change angles and then still make our way up. And of course, when I made it to this part here, I fumbled it immediately, because that's what I do. 3 minutes later, let's get up again. The wind bit is the last part of this room, so we just need to make it up. Need to drop the jellyfish so that it glides into the trigger. And we need to dash around and then grab the jellyfish again, going through the doorway. Missed. 6 minutes. Gotta be very precise. That's the thing about this, it's not difficult, it's just precise. Also, this is the part where I regret everything. It's fine though. We'll get it. 10 minutes later. Let go. Dash. Dash, dash. Weren't fast enough for the jellyfish. So let's put all that together. After all that, and a whole nother hour of practicing this one room. Over an hour. I'm pretty sure. Taking it nice and steady, nice and reliably, one step at a time. That's really what Celeste is all about, is just like one step at a time. Up the mountain. Make our way up to the section here. Take our time with these turnarounds. It's time for the drop. Here we go. Throw, nice throw. Might be a bit too high, but we got it. Okay, crystal. We need to drop the jellyfish so we can go under and around, grab some more dashes, and then catch up with it again. We need to throw it off the spring over that way. There we go, we got it. And that is it. We made it to the moonberry. Wow. Just taking in the moment. It's worthwhile, but definitely not necessary if you don't want to. Only if you really need to. Pretty sure we already went through this cutscene, but it's just nice to reflect. It's been quite a year, hasn't it? It's been very different to how I expected it to be. It's been a lot to climb over. But I think if there's anything that this year has taught us, it's to not give up. Just keep trying. Feels really good to see this cutscene again. It's so peaceful and it just reflects on everything we've been through. We've been through a lot. Every step of the mountain was a challenge. Just getting harder and harder. It all started with one jump. One jump with the bridge collapsing. With the block falling down at the beginning as well. And then we climbed the mountain, with many, many difficulties in just that. Weren't sure if we'd reach the top. But we did. And then we went beyond that. We did the B-sides of every level. I didn't even realize there was more after the B-sides. But we did the B-sides, we did the core, and then we did the C-sides. Definitely more than you'd ever need to do. Also love these characters. This story, this world. Celeste is so well put together. And then even after the C-sides, we did Farewell. The C-sides took so much out of me as well. I had to stop talking while playing the game in order to get through all of that. I don't know how I was able to get through the B-sides while talking, honestly, probably. Playing through them again, like, just as practice, like, they're so much harder than I remember them being. And then there's the C-sides with the timing in that one room. That pretty much broke me. And I had to just keep pushing through. And then we made it to the Farewell, of course. That I did not think I would beat, especially because I didn't realize how long it was. My first time through that, I had attempted it before, but I only made it like a tiny portion of the whole thing. It completely changed and got way harder in just that one level. And then of course I beat it. And that felt really good. Gotta be honest. Felt really good. I did not think I would be able to get that far, and I made it. Then I found out about the Moonberry. It kind of like dimmed the enjoyment of the victory though for a bit. But I knew I wanted to come back and do it at some point. And now I have. I didn't think I would be able to do this either, but I thought that maybe I could with enough practice, which worked out. It just took a lot of mental energy to get through. So yeah. Don't give up. That is nice. So many memories. So many moments. So many struggles and so many victories. But there we go. Look at that death counter go up. So many attempts. 1 out of 0 strawberries. "27 hours. Just gonna say quickly, I hope your year was not too bad. I'm proud of you for keeping going. Very proud. I'm very thankful that you're still here and able to watch this, because that means a whole lot to me. I hope 2025 is good for you. Really good. I'm rooting for you. So, the only thing that we have left to collect is the golden strawberries, which appear after you get through the B side of the core. And they just appear at the beginning of the levels. And if you die, it goes back to where it was. You have to get it all the way to the end. That's definitely a long-term goal, if at all. It's definitely more than 100%. Like, 100% is just the base game. I already lost it. Just by default. Oh, but it looks like it resets you at least. I don't know if there's any checkpoints. It might just like reset every time you die. Which is actually a very nice feature. That makes this a little bit more reasonable. I mean, I don't want to do it, but it's reasonable. But like, the B-sides, going back through the B-sides just to look at things. I have no idea how I even made it this far. So doing all of the levels again without dying is insanity. Yeah, it does reset us. But yeah, not a requirement. 100% is base game, getting to the summit, and maybe the strawberries as well. Then if you really want to play more, do C-sides, or do B-sides probably, and then if you're up to the challenge, for like 300% I guess, C-sides and farewell, 400% maybe, I don't know, it just keeps going up 100% every time, because this game has no ceiling apparently. But like, yeah. Moonberry's not that bad, all things considered. If you can make it to the end of Farewell, which is... it's like 400% by that point already, so... and I'd say Moonberry's probably tied with that. Honestly. It just takes practice. But like, no deaths at all. I'm not even gonna make it through this room. Maybe. I mean, I don't even plan on doing it right now. I'm just doing this because I'm talking, I guess. Thinking about what I've gone through. Like, there's so much to this game, I have no idea how I've made it this far. I think eventually I'll get all gold berries, but it's a way away from that still. Way away from that. One day. Not today. Just want to see how far I can get with this. At this point, otherwise I probably would just leave it. I mean, so far so good, but this is also the first level, and I was struggling with assists to go through B-sides just because I was trying to test, like, the requirements of things again. Like, it's so insane. And that's just the B-sides. I don't even remember, like, so much of the C-sides. There's so many rooms I have to re-practice again. But yeah, that's 1 out of 26 gold berries. 26 golden strawberries. Think about that, though. Absolute insanity. I'm exhausted. Fair enough. But yeah, that's the general idea of the golden strawberries, which I'm probably not gonna work through, like, for a while. But yeah. It feels good to have done the Moonberry and, like, just, like, think about all the things I've been through already. I don't want to think about doing it again, or doing golden strawberries, so... but anyway, that is it for now. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.